Hello, this is Walter at Violent Series, and today I will show you how to install the Violent Deuce trigger into the Bob Long G6R. The installation for the Deuce and for the Scythe trigger that we make will be the same, but both triggers will fit into the Victory also. The only thing that you would have to do, whether it's the Scythe or the Deuce, when you get it, the microswitch is set up for the Victory marker, and all you'll have to do is stick a 1/16 Allen wrench and back that screw all the way until it's flush, and then once you get it in the G6R you can do the adjustments from there. This trigger right now is, a lot of people have asked us for this, so I mean it took a while to come out, but we finally did. Some things that you'll notice different from the stock trigger is that we have a pre-travel adjustment screw here that will allow you to adjust the rake prior to pulling the trigger. And then we also have a hollow hole here that is threaded, that is a 632 thread that will allow people to do a magnet mod. A lot of people want to do that. They would be able to put a screw in there, put a magnet on it, and put a magnet inside their gun. So it's pretty simple. The only other wrench besides this 1/16 that you'll need is a 5/64. And to remove the trigger, you just need to take the pin out here, hold the trigger a little bit, go and pull that pin out, set it aside. Now when you pull the stock trigger out, there is a spring on it, and as you pull it forward, sometimes that spring will get, I don't know if you can see it there, you'll get caught on the micro switch, and this is kind of important because you have to move the micro switch and the spring out of the way when you install the trigger. So we're going to just grab the spring and lift it up over the micro switch there. Notice the spring stays in the stock trigger there fairly well. What you want to do is just grab it, twist it out just like that, and then to install it on the Violent trigger actually seems kind of hard. It's fairly easy. It might take you a couple times to get it. What you want to do is line the spring up over the hole in the back there and compress the spring, and as you compress the spring you just kind of want to twist it clockwise. You notice that gets set in there. It's pretty straight. Pretty easy, might take you a couple of tries. Now as far as assembling it, it's pretty easy. You're just going to put the bearings up in there, start pushing the trigger back, and this is what I talked about earlier. See if I can get an angle. If you can see the micro switch inside there, as you angle the trigger in, that spring would have already wanted to catch on that micro switch, and all you have to do is help the spring. You notice right here, you help the spring up and over that micro switch as you push the trigger in, and that once that spring goes over the micro switch, it's definitely clear. What we'll need to do, just line the bearing up there. And lock the pin down. Pretty simple, easy to do. Might take you a little bit, just take your time. There's no need to have to disassemble the frame. You know, there's so many O-rings and different things, you could cause a leak and so forth. This is probably the easiest way if you just stick with it. Like I said, you know, the adjustments, the pre-travel and the post-travel, and the micro switch. Pretty simple, you're ready to go.